Margaret, 72, from Florida, sent us a message last week. I used to think probiotics were just for young people who liked yogurt. But ever since I started adding a little fermented vegetable to my lunch, I've felt so much lighter, more regular, and even sleeping better. Could this really have something to do with my gut? The answer is yes, and not just one but 7 natural probiotic foods can truly transform digestion and even improve life for people over 60. What's surprising is most of us already have these foods in our kitchen, but very few people know how to use them properly at the right time, in the right way for our aging bodies. Have you ever heard of the American-style kimchi? Or a kind of water egg fermented in a way the Japanese believe supports long life? Or a simple fermented drink that can reset your gut in just 3 days? In this video, I'll walk you through 7 of the best probiotic foods for seniors, and more than that, I'll show you why these specific foods were chosen, how they impact digestion, immunity, and even your mood, who should eat them, and who should avoid them, simple ways to prepare and enjoy them without spending a lot of time or money, and what to watch out for if you're currently taking medication. You'll also hear real stories from real people who've tried these foods and noticed a change. If you've ever tried any probiotic food, leave a comment below. I'll be picking a few of your stories to feature in next week's video. This community is here so we can learn, share, and heal together. And if you care about gut health, better sleep, energy, or immune support after 60, be sure to follow this channel so you don't miss the next videos. We're on this journey together, step by step, starting with the simplest thing of all the food on your plate. Probiotic number 1, plain yogurt. When people think of probiotics, yogurt is usually the first thing that comes to mind. But not all yogurt is created equal, especially for older adults. After age 60, your digestive system goes through many changes. Stomach acid decreases, digestive enzymes weaken, and the movement of the intestines slows down. That's why choosing the right probiotic food becomes even more important. Why choose plain yogurt? Plain yogurt, meaning no added sugar, no artificial flavors, and no fruit syrups, is one of the best sources of beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. These good bacteria help restore balance to your gut microbiome, improve absorption of B vitamins and calcium, strengthen the immune system, reduce bloating, gas, and constipation. In fact, several studies show that seniors who eat plain yogurt daily tend to have lower levels of CRP, a marker of chronic inflammation in the body. How to use it correctly? Best eaten in the morning or after a main meal. Avoid on an empty stomach if you have acid reflux or ulcers. Start with half a cup to 1 small cup per day, about 3 to 5 ounces. You can mix in ground flaxseed, cinnamon, or a bit of raw honey for extra flavor without too much sugar. David, 68, from Texas, used to wake up every morning with bloating and discomfort. After speaking with a nutritionist, he began eating a cup of plain yogurt with ground flaxseed every evening. Within a week, his bloating was gone. He told us, "I sleep better now, no more heartburn, and I even feel like eating breakfast again." Many ask, "I'm on blood pressure meds or statins. Can I still eat yogurt?" Yes, you can. Just make sure to choose plain, unsalted, and unsweetened yogurt. Some store-bought yogurts contain hidden salt or sugar that can affect your health. If you haven't eaten plain yogurt regularly, try adding it to your diet for 7 days in a row. Keep track of how you feel, your sleep, digestion, and mood. And don't forget to leave a comment below to share your experience. I'll read a few of your stories in our next video. Who knows, maybe I'll mention your name. Probiotic number 2, sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is a traditional European dish made from shredded cabbage, naturally fermented over several days. It may look simple, but it's actually one of the most powerful and senior-friendly probiotic foods you can find. Unlike store-bought pickles, which are often pasteurized and stripped of beneficial bacteria, real sauerkraut, especially homemade or labeled raw and unpasteurized, still contains live cultures that support your gut health. Why is sauerkraut good for people over 60? It contains Lactobacillus plantarum, a unique strain that helps reduce inflammation in the gut. It stimulates the production of natural digestive enzymes, which is especially helpful as digestion slows with age. It may help lower cholesterol and improve memory and mood by supporting the gut-brain connection. It also provides vitamin C, vitamin K, and a small amount of soluble fiber, great for immunity and regularity. How to use it effectively. Start with 2 to 3 tablespoons per day after lunch or dinner. It goes well with lean meats, sandwiches, or salads. Do not heat it up as high temperatures will kill the live bacteria. If you have high blood pressure, choose low sodium versions or make your own to control the salt level. Jeanette 70 from Oregon tried making her own sauerkraut using purple cabbage after watching a simple video tutorial online. She told us, "I never liked taking gut supplements, but ever since I've started eating sauerkraut every evening, I feel lighter and I don't get that bloated feeling after dinner anymore. It also adds a nice tangy taste that helps me cut down on salt. I don't like sour foods. Should I still try it?" Yes, you can start with a small amount, just 1 teaspoon after meals. Choose a lightly fermented version with a milder taste. You can also mix it into other foods like rice salads or wraps to soften the flavor. If you've never tried raw sauerkraut before, pick up a small jar from a farmer's market or a health store. Make sure it says unpasteurized sauerkraut on the label. Try eating 2 spoonfuls a day for 1 week and see what changes. Does your stomach feel lighter? Do you notice more regular digestion or improved mood? Leave a comment and share your experience. I'll feature some of your stories in the next video. We're learning from each other, not just from books, but from real life. Probiotic number 3, Kefir. If yogurt is the gateway into the world of probiotics, then Kefir is the capital city. This fermented milk drink contains 3 to 5 times more beneficial bacteria than yogurt, and it's incredibly easy to digest, especially for people over 60. Kefir originated in the Caucasus Mountains, where locals have long considered it a drink of longevity. Unlike yogurt, kefir is liquid, slightly tangy, and drinkable, almost like a thin smoothie. And for most people, it doesn't cause bloating, even if they're sensitive to lactose. Why should seniors consider kefir? It contains over 30 strains of live bacteria and yeasts, which help rebuild your gut microbiome. It naturally fights off harmful bacteria like E. coli, H. pylori, and Candida. It provides protein, calcium, vitamin B12, and vitamin K2, supporting bone, muscle, and blood health. It may help calm the nervous system, improve sleep, and ease mild anxiety in older adults. How to use it properly. Drink 3 to 5 ounces per day, about half to 1 small cup. Ideal times in the morning, after a light breakfast, or at night before bed. You can drink it plain or mix it with fruit chia seeds or a bit of oats. If you're new to kefir, start with just 2 or 3 spoonfuls so your body can adjust. Larry 74 from Colorado experienced mild digestive issues after a long course of antibiotics. His doctor suggested trying kefir instead of probiotic pills. After drinking it every morning for 2 weeks, he told us, "It felt like my gut came back to life. I'm regular again, enjoying my meals, and I don't toss and turn at night anymore." What if I can't drink milk? Can I still use kefir? Yes, you probably can. Kefir has much less lactose than regular milk because the fermentation process breaks down most of the milk sugars. But if you're still sensitive, you can try non-dairy kefir, made from coconut water, almond milk, or even water-based versions. Many health food stores carry these now. If you're looking for a gentle drink to support digestion, sleep, and bone health, try drinking kefir daily for 7 days, just a small cup each day. You can make it at home using kefir grains or buy plain unsweetened kefir at your local store. After a week, come back and tell us what you noticed. I'd love to hear your story and maybe feature it in an upcoming video. Probiotic number 4, Miso, Japanese fermented soybean paste. If you've ever had miso soup in Japanese cuisine, then you've already met one of the world's oldest probiotic-rich foods, miso. It's a fermented paste made from soybean salt and a special mold called Koji aspergillus oryzae, and it has long been considered one of the secrets of longevity in Japan. During its fermentation, sometimes lasting months or even years, miso develops billions of beneficial bacteria and powerful digestive enzymes, making it especially helpful for people over 60. Why is miso good for seniors? Rich in probiotics that help support the immune system and protect the gut lining. Improves nutrient absorption, especially calcium and iron. Contains natural isoflavones from soybeans, which support hormone balance and bone health. Offers natural digestive enzymes ideal for seniors with poor appetite or slow digestion. How to use miso the right way. Use 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon per day. Do not boil miso. Add it to warm water around 160 degrees Celsius or 70 degrees Celsius to preserve the live bacteria. Great for making miso soup, salad dressings, or even spreading lightly on toast with plant-based butter. Choose organic, unpasteurized miso to ensure it contains live cultures. Harold, 76, a widower living alone in San Diego, told us he lost his appetite after a long round of chemotherapy. A Japanese friend suggested he start the day with a small bowl of miso soup. After just 1 week, Harold said, "I never thought something as simple as a salty broth could make such a difference. It soothed my stomach, helped me enjoy food again, and gave me a warm, comforting start to my mornings. I have high blood pressure. Should I avoid miso?" Miso is naturally salty, so people with hypertension should watch the portion size. However, research in Japan suggests that the sodium in miso does not affect the body the same way table salt does, thanks to its enzymes and antioxidants. You can safely enjoy 1 teaspoon per day as long as your overall diet stays low in added salt. If you've never tried miso, start with 1 small bowl of warm miso soup in the morning for 5 days in a row. Track how you feel your digestion energy, even your appetite. Then share your experience in the comments below. The more details, the better. I'd love to feature some of your stories in an upcoming video. Probiotic number 5, kimchi. When it comes to fermented foods packed with probiotics, it's hard to ignore kimchi, the iconic Korean dish known around the world. Traditional kimchi is made from napa cabbage, radish, garlic ginger, and chili flakes, then naturally fermented for several days to weeks. With its mildly spicy, tangy, and crunchy flavor, kimchi is more than just a side dish. It's a powerful natural remedy for your gut and immune system when used properly. Why should people over 60 consider adding kimchi to their meals? It contains naturally fermented lactic acid bacteria, especially Lactobacillus kimchi, which helps restore gut microbiota. Supports digestion, reduces bloating and constipation, and has anti-inflammatory properties. Rich in vitamins A, C, K, fiber, and natural antioxidants. Some studies suggest that kimchi may help lower cholesterol and support healthy blood sugar levels. How to use it properly. Start with 2 to 3 teaspoons to 2 tablespoons per day, ideally paired with rice, soup, or salad. If you're new to spicy foods or have a sensitive stomach, try mild or lightly fermented kimchi. Avoid cooking kimchi at high heat if you want to preserve the live bacteria. If you have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, test small amounts first to check tolerance. Susan, 69, from Seattle, used to eat fried eggs and toast for breakfast every morning. After attending a Korean cooking class hosted by her local church, she began adding a small serving of kimchi to her lunch. 2 weeks later, she said, "My stomach feels more settled. I'm not as gassy after meals, and I even feel more awake and energized. I never thought something so small could make such a difference. Kimchi is too spicy for me. It upsets my stomach. What can I do?" You can look for non-spicy kimchi, also called white kimchi or baek kimchi, often available at Asian markets or health food stores. You can also rinse regular kimchi under cold water to reduce the spice or mix it into rice or sauces to mellow the flavor. If you've never tried kimchi before, start with just 1 teaspoon a day for 5 days. Pay attention to how your digestion energy and appetite feel. Share your experience in the comments. Let us know what kind of kimchi you tried, how you served it, and what you noticed. I'll read and feature a few of your stories in the next video so we can all learn from each other. Probiotic number 6, naturally fermented pickles. When we think of pickles, many of us imagine salty, crunchy snacks, often high in sodium and vinegar. But not all pickles are the same. There's one kind in particular, naturally fermented cucumbers, made without vinegar and without pasteurization, that is rich in live probiotics that support gut health. These pickles are made by soaking cucumbers in a saltwater brine and allowing them to ferment naturally over 5 to 7 days. The result is a mildly sour, refreshing pickle that's not too salty, not too spicy, and surprisingly good for your digestion. Why are naturally fermented pickles good for people over 60? They provide lactic acid bacteria that help restore a healthy gut microbiome, support digestion, reduce constipation and bloating, and improve nutrient absorption. Contain natural electrolytes like sodium and potassium, helping with hydration, especially in warm weather. Easy to pair with meals to boost flavor without needing heavy sauces or oils. How to use them effectively. Eat 1 to 2 small pieces per day alongside a main meal or in a salad. Avoid vinegar-based or pasteurized store-bought pickles. These no longer contain live cultures. You can also make your own at home with just water, sea salt, and fresh cucumbers. If you have high blood pressure, use small portions and opt for low-sodium versions. Michael, 81, from Illinois, lost his appetite after experiencing mild taste loss following COVID. His granddaughter, a nutrition student, made him a jar of naturally fermented cucumber pickles. He shared, "I started noticing the tangy flavor on my tongue again, and slowly I began enjoying my meals. Having just a few small pickle slices with lunch made my stomach feel lighter, and I even started craving fruit again. I don't know how to ferment pickles. Where can I find the right kind?" Look for raw fermented pickles at natural food stores, farmers markets, or the health section of large grocery stores. Check the label, avoid vinegar-based pickles, and choose ones labeled lacto-fermented or unpasteurized. If you've never tried naturally fermented pickles, start with 1 or 2 small pieces a day for 5 days in a row. Notice any changes in digestion, appetite, or how you feel after meals. Share your experience in the comments. Let us know the brand or type you tried, what it tasted like, and what changes you felt. I'll pick a few honest stories to read out loud in the next video. Probiotic number 7. Kombucha. Kombucha, also known as fermented tea, is becoming increasingly popular across the US and other Western countries as a natural detox drink. But many people over 60 still aren't quite sure what it is or how it might benefit them. Made from black or green tea sugar and a living culture called SCOBY symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, kombucha ferments naturally over 7 to 10 days, producing a tangy, fizzy beverage rich in probiotics. Why is kombucha a good option for people over 60? It contains live probiotics that support digestion and immune health. Naturally produced organic acids help gently detox the liver and aid metabolism. May reduce sugar cravings and support weight control. Some people report feeling more alert and less sluggish in the afternoon after drinking it. How to drink kombucha safely. Start with 3 to 5 ounces per day, about half a small cup. Best consumed after meals or between breakfast and dinner, not on an empty stomach. Choose unsweetened or low-sugar varieties and avoid brands with artificial flavorings. If you have a history of acid reflux, diabetes, or sensitive digestion, start with small sips and check with your doctor if unsure. Linda, 66, from Arizona, shared that she often felt tired in the afternoon, sleepy after lunch, and relied on coffee to stay awake. After a friend recommended kombucha, she tried half a bottle of lightly fermented green tea kombucha around 2 p.m. She said, "I was surprised by how refreshed I felt without the jittery feeling from coffee. My stomach also felt lighter, and I didn't crave snacks like I usually do. I've heard kombucha is fizzy. Will it make me bloated?" Kombucha has mild natural carbonation, not as strong as soda. If you're sensitive, start with just a few sips and drink it slowly. You can also gently swirl the bottle and let it sit a few minutes to release excess gas before drinking. Have you ever tried kombucha? If not, start with a plain or green tea version and drink half a cup daily for 3 to 5 days. Notice your sleep, digestion, and afternoon energy levels. And be sure to leave a comment below. Tell us what you tried, how it tasted, and what you felt. I'll highlight a few of your honest stories in next week's video so we can all grow and heal together. We've just explored 7 natural probiotic foods, simple, powerful, and senior-friendly. From plain yogurt and sauerkraut to kefir, kimchi, and kombucha, these everyday foods can become your daily allies in building a healthier gut after 60. But more important than what you eat is this: how does your body feel when you make one small change each day? So if you try even just one of these foods for 3 days, 5 days, or a full week, take a moment to notice. How's your digestion, your sleep, your mood? Did anything shift? Leave a comment below and share your experience. The more honest and detailed, the more valuable it will be. I'll be reading a few thoughtful stories out loud in next week's video. Who knows, your small journey might inspire hundreds of others who are still searching for hope. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget. Subscribe to the channel so you won't miss future videos. Share this with your loved ones, especially parents, grandparents, or friends dealing with gut issues. Suggest a topic you'd like us to cover next. I read every single comment with care. You're not alone. We're healing together, one meal, one small change at a time. Thank you for listening and being here. I'll see you in the next video.